welcome to Spectacle on Television Nigeria. I am your host, Daniel Atai. The issue of corruption has been, of course, exposed glaringly in Nigeria, especially under this administration, being one of the promises made by the governing party and the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration. Clamors for regional development commissions since the creation of the Niger Delta Development Commission have been on the stage. We therefore have to look critically, starting from now, the essence of these commissions in existence and the proposed ones in agitation. Welcome to Spectacle. I am Daniel Atai. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, I will introduce to you the background report, and we shall hook up on Zoom to Reginald Nagwe from Ghana and Barrister Destiny Tanko DL from the Niger Delta region, who is based in Lagos. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. Like I said, this is Spectacle, and with me in the studio to look into this while we wait for our guest analyst after the report to join us via Zoom handle is Charles Ibe. Charles Ibe is a political analyst, social commentator, and a media consultant. Mr. Charles, welcome to Spectacle.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Before Mr. Charles and I will go into the discussion properly, we want you to know that there are several agitations from the northeast, the southeast, the southwest, the north central have been on ground, and most of them clamoring for developmental commissions at the various regions of Nigeria, talking about the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Since the creation of the Niger Delta Development Commission, already we have in existence the Northeastern Commission, Development Commission also, and we have that of the East in the making and the North Central also in the making. And the questions making the round from Nigerians and analysts what this commission stands for, since we have various our state governments to handle some developmental issues within their states. And has this thing turned to a kind of conduit pipe or political settlement for political loyalists and so on, judging from the corruption that is rocking the NDDC right now, where we saw no developmental program or physical infrastructure at the Niger Delta region? This is what we'll be addressing on Spectacle today, and you'll do well to join us via the numbers displayed on your screen and our Zoom handle. And of course, you can call the MTN line, which is 081-3701-5949, through the WhatsApp. Through the WhatsApp, you can also drop your message. But before then, let's take this background report of the Niger Delta Commission and other agitation for the commissions in Nigeria. Please enjoy it. The Senate is being inundated with all kinds of bills for development commissions. There is a bill in the Senate seeking for the establishment of Southeast Development Commission. It was sponsored by Senator Stella Odua of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, representing Anambra North. The bill, titled Southeast Development Commission, EST, and so on, Bill 2019 SB.161, seeks to provide a master plan for the reduction of unemployment while also providing the master plan and schemes to promote the physical development of the Southeast. Also, The North Central Development Commission bill, sponsored by the Chairman, Senate Services, Senator Mohammed Sani Musa of APC Niger East, is currently being read in the Senate. The commission, according to the bill, would be saddled with the responsibilities of managing and administering funds received from the Federation account to address developmental issues in the states, which makes up the North Central geopolitical zone of the country. Similarly, a bill seeking the establishment of the Northwest Development Commission (NWDC) has passed second reading in the Senate. The bill is sponsored by Jibrin Barau, APC Kano North. Senator Bukule Amosun of Ogun Central APC has sponsored a bill to establish the Southwest Commission. Amosun said the region has contributed immensely to the existence of the country. The reason, he argued, government is expected to fund and solve the existing challenges faced by the zone. Against the backdrop of the various proposals for establishment of zonal commissions, it appears no region wants to be cheated. Observers say that the contemplation by government to establish commissions to tackle challenges in some zones while excluding some other zones smacks of fresh shenanigans in the political system of the country in managing the diversity of nationalities. The already established commissions that are being funded by government have not fully achieved their mandate. According to public analysts, the commissions are at best conduit pipes for some privileged few in government to siphon public funds. Take for instance, the federal government had appropriated 612 billion for hyperdeck, even as management board has not constituted with heavy budget, the affected states are still left in dilapidation. Also, in the Niger Delta region, where it exists, the NDDC, which is the Niger Delta Development Commission, till today has not been able to address the problem of oil spillage. It has remained a major issue. The Ogoni cleanup embarked upon by the government is still a mirage. The Senate is currently probing it, and not only the Senate, the National Assembly, probing the corruption that is actually rocking the Niger Delta Development Commission at the moment. To many pundits, it is more appropriate to adduce that the commissions serve as agencies used by government managers to settle political allies by way of creating employment opportunities for them. Of course, it is obvious that even if the commissions were established across the 6 geopolitical zones in the country, the states will continue to witness underdevelopment, and citizenry would keep facing the dehumanizing situations. Many observers have said that government was not sincere and that the leaders lacked the political will to ensure the commissions discharge exact mandate they were established for, and that until the anomaly is perhaps addressed with a genuine mandate entirely, the problem will still persist. It appears the establishment of zonal development commissions in the country has become a matter of serious politics, and concerns mount that the reasons these agencies were established are seemingly not being adequately achieved. The main motive behind the setup of the zonal commissions is generally to foster development in the geopolitical zones. This is because the zones have varied peculiar challenges. The commissions are designed and mandated to serve as catalysts and to properly settle the numerous problems so as to enhance both socio-economic and political stability. While some zones are faced with ecological and infrastructural problems, others are confronted with insecurity, lack of education, and agriculture, among others. One of such commissions is the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, which was established by President Olusegun Obasanjo in the year 2000, with the sole mandate of developing the oil-rich Niger Delta. In September 2008, President Umaru Yar'Adua announced the formation of the Niger Delta Ministry, with the Niger Delta Development Commission to become a parastatal under it. One of the core mandates of the commission was to train and educate the youth of the oil-rich Niger Delta region to curb hostilities and militancy while developing key infrastructure to promote diversification and productivity. Also, there was establishment of the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, HYPADEC. It was charged with the responsibility of managing ecological menace due to operation of dams and other hydroelectric power activities in some states of the country. The act establishing the commission was passed by the 7th National Assembly in 2010 and subsequently signed into law by President Goodluck Jonathan. However, about 9 years after, the HYPADEC has not properly taken off, exposing communities within the area of operation to serious ecological challenges like flooding, loss of lives, health hazards, and loss of farmlands. On May 8, 2019, President Muhammadu Buhari inaugurated the board of the Northeast Development Commission, NEDC. The Northeast Development Commission was established in 2017 after the bill establishing the commission was passed by the two legislative chambers. On October 25, 2017, President Muhammadu Buhari assented to the bill and signed it into an act. The core mandate of the NEDC, among others, is to receive and manage funds from allocation of the federal account, international donors for the settlement, rehabilitation, and construction of the roads, houses, and businesses, premises of victims of insurgency, as well as tackling menace of poverty, illiteracy, and ecological problems, and any other related environmental or developmental challenges in the Northeast states. The act establishing the commission provides for a governing body comprising a chairman, a managing director, and chief executive, through executive directors, one from each member state not being represented by the chairman of the board, the managing director, and the representative of the Northeast Zone, one person each to represent the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria, and one person to represent the Federal Ministry of Finance and Budget. On January 2019, the president nominated candidates to serve as chairman and members of the board of the commission. And on April 9, 2019, the Senate confirmed the appointment of Major General Paul Tafa retired as chairman, and the commission has since taken off. However, since the commencement of the NEDC, other geopolitical zones have since started pressing for such to be replicated in their own domains. Many people believed that the establishment of the NEDC by Buhari was clannish in any way. Others posited that the president should have extended his gesture to other zones, since they all have their peculiar issues that needed government attention and intervention.
Hello, welcome back. And that has been a background report for the agitations, and especially the NDDC and the NEDC. Now we have in focus the North Central Development Commission, and that one will be called NCDC, just like the Nigerian Civil Defense, whatever. And then we have that in the pipeline, which is already in the Senate, the floor of the Senate, or before the Senate, if you ask me, the Southeast Development Commission proposed by Odua. And of course, we said the North Central was from Ibrahim Musa, a senator representing the Niger Central. Now, with all what is happening in the Niger Delta Development Commission, we want to ask Nigerians in general, both at home and in the diaspora, that should we continue with formation of these commissions? 2 on ground already. The Northeastern Development Commission, which essence were just given to you, to curbing menace of hostilities, insecurity at the Northeastern region, educating people, especially the Almajiris and people who we can say repentant bandits or Boko Harams and so on, and putting in place infrastructural development in that area, just like the Niger Delta own is going on. Sadly, the HYPADEC, which was also brought during the Goodluck Jonathan administration, today has not even produced even 5 megawatts of electricity for the people of the Niger Delta. These are many concerns that Nigerians will have to address the National Assembly and the federal government on whether we have to forge ahead with those commissions, those regional commissions, or we have to revert to state development by governors. And of course, you can do well to join us. But soon enough, we'll have Barrister Destiny Tanko from the Niger Delta region to hook up to us with our Zoom, and after which we'll be waiting for industrialist Nabwe Reginald from Ghana. But meanwhile, my guest in the studio, Mr. Charles, let me start with you briefly. When they hook up, the MCR will let us know what actually, or where do we go from here, saying that more than, let me say, 400 billion since 1999 gone into NDDC, and no single, no vibrant infrastructural development. That money is enough to take a generation from poverty and underdevelopment. But today, the Niger Delta people are still crying for development, yearning for development, and this administration has done well to have uncovered this corruption rocking that commission. And do we have hope, or should we continue with further commissions, regional commissions, judging from what is happening at the NDDC?
Well, thank you so very much.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a very, very critical issue. And then, like we said by several commentators before, Nigeria, we don't lack policies.
Yes.
We don't lack good policies.
Yes, we don't lack policies.
Look at our constitution, look at the acts, look at everything. In fact, the policies that various governments at all the state levels, both the state level and the local government, you see laudable policies. But the problem always is implementation, monitoring, evaluation, and every other thing that comes around it. And in the center of it all is a political will to see these things to logical conclusions, to see the delivery of the intent behind, of the reasons, as in the main issues that those policies are meant to address.
Yeah.
Now, looking at the development commissions, it's not actually a bad idea. From the background info you gave,
yes,
we saw that they were most of them are all children of necessity.
Yes.
You can say the Niger Delta, due to peculiarities within the region, to address some issues, militancy and all of that, they were given a commission. In fact, they went ahead to even become a ministry. Niger Delta created a Niger Delta ministry.
Yes.
You understand? And then, not forgetting that there's also the 13% derivation that goes to
from
the
oil
states
revenue,
of the oil, all those oil regions. These are things that are geared to make sure that the people of this area, the ecological factors, everything affecting these areas are taken care of. But what the problem actually is, who are the people running these policies? How are they being implemented? What are they doing and what are they not doing? Why are those areas still underdeveloped?
And why has there been silence for more than 20 years?
Every year they give up budget for Niger Delta, budget for this. Several amounts of money is being released, and sadly enough, the governments over time, it didn't just start the last 3 months. Over time, have actually not paid much attention to evaluation. Talk about auditing. Talk about how has these funds been implemented before you approve the next. How did you do with the last?
Yes.
These things are not really taken into consideration. You see a lot of politics playing in.
I think that is why the president said he would take forensic auditing
exactly.
from 1999 to
Till date.
And we could see what is actually happening
just
now.
3 months. Okay, let's just say 3 months audit.
Yes.
It's not really an audit.
just a committee to oversee in the interim.
And the whole, so what you can imagine.
And 81 billion has been siphoned, and the man in question, Ponde, pretended to have fainted before the National Assembly, before the House of Reps. Because you see, when you don't have what to say or accountability, because expediency is required in such position. When you don't have what to say or what to do, how to explain to the people, it could give you hypertension, and probably that was what happened. And we wouldn't want a situation where it will be swept under the carpet. Already we are hearing Femi Gbajabiamila, the Speaker of the House, saying that he would not appear before the House of Rep anymore. And if he's not going to appear before the House of Rep anymore, are we going to conclude from the statement of Akpabio saying that the National Assembly were the major benefactors of what the Niger Delta Commission contract? We'll come into that. But first, if you are there, Mr. Destiny, Barrister Destiny Tankol, please hook up with us now so that we can actually have your take. You are from the Niger Delta region, and you give us your take on what the commission have done so far, or whatever you think should be done from that region. Barrister Tanko, are you there? All right. If Barrister Tanko is not there, Reginald, if you are watching us from Ghana, we are expecting to hear from you now. And meanwhile, if you hook up, the NCR should let us know. Mr. Charles, do we continue with the commission? Well, or we should dissolve even the Northeastern Development Commission?
No, I don't think...
and the North Central Inagidation?
That would be tantamount to throwing away the baby with the dirty bathwater. Yes, and so I will not subscribe to scrapping up all the commissions and all of that. But what should be paramount now is ensuring that the commissions run as they were established. They run according to the extant laws establishing them. There are set rules, to set guidelines, what to do and what not to do. There should be seriously monitoring and evaluation. Monitoring and evaluation.
Okay,
I think we have...
Yeah, Reginald is on the line from Ghana. Reginald Nabwe is on the line now, and shortly we'll hook up with you, sir. Please stay on the line.
Yes, like I was saying, monitoring and evaluation.
Yeah.
What is really happening. And most importantly, remove political attachments to appointments, to boards and all of that. Because if you look at critically at the issue with the Niger Delta Development Commission, we are hearing all of this because there are some issues within the appointments. That is why all of this is coming up. You understand? If not, nobody would have heard. I mean, over time, things have been going on.
The appointment of who becomes the DG, the secretary,
exactly,
and so on, the Niger Delta Commission.
Yes, now and you find out that
is selfish interest, personal interest.
And the key problem is always within the leaders and politicians within those regions.
Yes.
So it's not really a Nigerian, it's not really the whole, the problem of the whole Nigeria having problem with the Niger Delta. It's internal troubles that went overboard. And then the attention of the whole nation is actually, because these things have been being handled. Now you saw Akpabio saying the National
most of
Assembly,
the contracts, a majority in fact of the contract.
And then the contract, it wasn't going to people from the northeast or southeast. It's people from that region, maybe members from the south. Who are in the National Assembly, because I mean this is their region. They have companies and all of that, so they are the ones benefiting. Now something has gone wrong, and we are beginning to hear all of this.
Okay, let's hook up to Reginald now. Reginald, are you there? And can you hear us? Reginald, are you there? And
I can hear you very loud and clear. Thank you for having me.
All right, I know you are watching us live from Ghana. I will want your input on or about the developmental commissions being agitated for. The North Central Development Commission, the Northeastern Development Commission is already in existence, and then the South Eastern and the Southwestern Development Commission. Judging from what is happening at the Niger Delta Development Commission, would you advise we go on? All right. I think we lost him. Oh, it's due to network. Maybe, Reginald, you could, if your network is not, please, we are not getting you properly. You can use the WhatsApp handle to call us, so that the WhatsApp handle is 08137015949 to reach us if that Zoom network is delaying.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me now. Now,
Yes. Did you hear the question, or I should refrain?
Committee.
Region.
I heard your question very loud and clear. I heard your question very loud and clear.
It's
now,
okay.
Looking at the commissions, I actually was in River State at the beginning of the Niger Delta Commission. And I actually have a lot of friends who of those times and those periods. And you know, the funniest thing about this organization is that they were set up to address the issue of poverty that has created the restiveness that we are experiencing in our country. Now, I keep saying, you remember, I keep saying that our fathers were not poor. And the reason why our fathers were not poor was because they were employed, gainfully employed. And number two, the only reason why our fathers were gainfully employed in those days were because things that we consumed. Now, these commissions, these development commissions, regional development commissions, have always been set up to address the issues that are creating the poverties of the land. Now, if you consider, you realize that the problem is not the setting up of the commissions, like my brother just said. The problem is actually about the political will and the capacity for implementation. And this is as a result of the fact that those who are trying to implement this program are criminals themselves. And if you take a criminal and put him in charge of money, you don't expect him to be.
Yeah.
Actually achieve the program of all these regional organizations, like the one that was set up for the power producing states, areas of the country, the ones that were set up, the one that you talked about, that was set up for the restiveness in the extreme north and the northwest regional restiveness. You realize that the only way we can achieve anything positive from all these commissions is that the commissions should be about the creation of local content or creation of industries to process the raw materials of the place. I believe that the NDDC is not supposed to be having access to funds. NDDC is supposed to be having access to programs and projects that the funds that they receive should be directly be implemented, should be directed into directly. If you don't direct it to the buying of a fire, instead of giving them $5 billion naira, you give them to buy the factory of Naira. And then when the money comes, it is directed to the buying of the factory. When you buy the factories, you create the jobs. And as long as you are not creating the jobs that increase, that employs the people, that takes away the people's poverty, today you are still going to be running around the same circle. Now, the question you have asked me is that is it right for us to proceed in setting up other regional groups? Now, you must remember that the regional groups, other regional groups are also looking at the fact that if you created one region for one group for one region, you should create the other, because we are operating in federal states and everybody has problems in their own regions. But now, with what we are seeing from NDDC, with what we are seeing from the facility that was set for the northern states, the areas of restiveness, and what was set up for the power group, power producing communities, you will see that it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary to create all these regional groups, because these are only avenues to be siphoning the funds that are supposed to be using directly. What we need to do is hold our leaders accountable. It is about jobs creation. If you are not creating jobs, you are not doing nothing. And to create jobs means that you're going to process your natural resources and your raw materials at source. You are not going to be selling raw materials. You're going to be selling byproducts. Until we begin to do this, all these regional groups are only avenues for the siphoning of the resources. And I believe that we are past the stage now. Nigerians have seen yesterday. We don't need to be seeing all this anymore. This is my regional commission. Thank you for having me.
We have to revert to state development. Actually, a challenge. I was going to ask you that according for this regional development commissions could be like, or could it be like regional government or indirectly regional government per se? Or indirectly regional government per se.
But you see, like we keep saying that the past systems that we worked in the beginning of our our independence, which was the regional facilities, which was a peculiarity in the implementation of programs. The West looked at education, the Southeast looked at industry, the North was about agriculture and the production of our food. But now we have a situation where we are practicing this, the federal acknowledge.
All right, we lost him there, and we'll wait for him to hook up again, or we take the take of Barrister Destiny Tankol from the Niger Delta region. Mr. Nabwe, thanks for that wonderful contribution. We are still having challenge with your network. However, we'll do well again to hook you up in a subsequent episode so that you give us your industrial take on what we should do in terms of industrial development, especially now that we have commissions and various commissions being proposed at the National Assembly. Thanks very much, Mr. Reginald. Thank you. Thanks very much, Mr. Reginald.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. You've heard what he said. That, of course, is nothing new. Like you said, implementation. He brought the angle of the essence of the regional commissions, development commissions, which actually to develop, create job. The Nigerians have no job. We have millions of graduates, master's degree holders, PhDs, and so on. We are even more intelligent than Europe and America in terms of paper certification, but we don't see the commensurate measure, or it is not reciprocated in our land. So we don't know. Is it the act of corruption like this that led to the situation we found ourselves in? How do we get out of this? How do we get out of this? Are you sure that Buhari will be able to stand or withstand the enormity of the power play that is coming out right now from the corruption expose that we are seeing?
The answers are all open and closed. They are like black and white. Okay. It's all about political will to do. Nobody will tell you that they don't know the solution to even corruption in Nigeria.
Okay.
You understand? But where is the political will to fight corruption?
Okay, for you as a consultant, what would you want us to do to end corruption in this country?
It's easy.
Okay.
And the answer is there. First, remove every form of political attachment.
What do you mean by that?
Now, if you talk about, for instance, when the president got on board, that was in 2015, he said, I belong to everybody, I belong to nobody.
Okay.
That means he is the president for PDP, he's the president for ABGA, he's the president for APC, he's the president of everybody, he's the president of Nigerians, not for the North or for APC. But when you find out now, where is the political will to carry out that statement to the letter?
But those people already at the National Assembly facing these trials now, most of them are members of the APC.
That is what I'm saying.
I know the president.
For instance, when you talk about appointments, now, what is wrong actually with the president appointing a minister from PDP or a minister from ABGA? Solely because he has what to deliver.
Okay.
No, but the politics will say, no, it's not for our party, he didn't struggle for this and all of that.
Okay.
So it has become a politics of settlement. Now, if you can remove all of that and put square pegs in square holes, irrespective of political, religious, or whatever, that is one solution on its own. Now, if you look at Niger Delta Development Commissions, like you said, it's not. I will not advocate for the commission to be scrapped because it's not really working in the Niger Delta. Even in the Niger Delta, there are ways that these things can work.
Okay, sorry, we are on Zoom with Barrister Destiny Tanko now. Barrister Destiny, could you connect us if you are hearing? Barrister Destiny, are you there? Barrister Destiny Tanko. Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Diaz. Yes, Daniel. Good afternoon, Diaz. Good to be on.
Okay, you are from the Niger Delta. Tell us about the development so far. Does it, could we say the NDDC have done well in that region? Of course, it's obvious. The panel sitting at the National Assembly are discussing that corruption already. But you as a Niger Delta youth, or let me say an indigene of Niger Delta, could you say that the commission should continue or should be scrapped? We lost him or what? Is he on? We lost him. Okay. If you could connect back, please, or you can call us through the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number. Thank you. Mr. I think is trying hard to connect. The connection is actually poor. Well, if we connect properly, we'll have your take, sir. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Barrister Tanko. Give us your take from the Niger Delta. Should we continue with the NDDC or it should be scrapped?
We should continue with the NDDC. The NDDC should not be scrapped. The problem is not the existence of the NDDC. The problem is with the implementation, the management of the resources that are voted or given to the NDDC for the development of the region. The federal government meant well in having to hearken to the cries of the people of that region, knowing that virtually 80% or more of the resources that run the country come from there, and then instead of the NDDC
governors. And
because
of course,
at the
can
end
do
of the day,
join
these
us.
resources
But
are
soon
used
enough,
in developing
we'll have
Abuja,
Barrister
all the parts of the country. And then the region is left alone, desolate, oil village. You can't farm, you can't fish. You know, so and the problem is with the implementation of the management. So I would rather recommend that what the federal government should do, because it has lacked the will to do so, is
from the
to
Niger
do
Delta region to hook up to us.
President Buhari ordered a forensic audit of the NDDC. That should be done. I hope that he meant well and indeed is serious about it. Not the kind of what we've seen with this fight for corruption. If a proper forensic audit is done, not just with Akpabio as a minister or with Ponde as the MD of acting MD, let's go back to and ask questions about how much has been voted for the entity, what has been done with the resources. If those in the past who have headed the NDCC are not sent to jail, if they are not reprimanded, frivolosities. And after yesterday, when Senator Akpabio was being questioned,
waiting for
and he wanted to talk about those who, in the main or in the majority, you know,
Reginald from Ghana.
who happen to be, from what we gathered from that little exchange,
my guest in the studio, Mr.
The chairman, who is deputizing for Ujo, the rich chairman, was doing everything he could to stop him from talking.
Let me start with you.
No.
When they hook up, the MCR will let us know.
Want
to
to
go
hear.
from here, saying
to talk about
400 billion.
We want to hear
since
it.
1990.
It's not enough
Gone
to
into
say that
NDDC.
are clean.
No
How
single.
can you?
All right, Barrister, I wanted to go on with some questions, but to tell us whether you yourself you've benefited, or how many percentage have gone to the grassroots of the Niger Delta region, especially hearing those billions being shared among political office holders that oversees the NDDC. But however, the network is poor, and we may decide to hook up with you again tomorrow, because we cannot exhaust this topic, especially dealing with corruption in the country that has become endemic in our system, and how we can actually bring it to the best minimum or eradicate it completely, which is one of the cardinal promises of this administration. Thank you very much for reaching out to us from faraway Lagos. Barrister Tanko DL is from the Niger Delta region.
Various government at all.
I do not hear you, Daniel.
Thank you, Mr. Tanko. We have some few minutes, and Tanko said it should not be scrapped. I recommend a forensic audit, just the way the president is going about it. But since Akpabio has indicted the National Assembly, let's take a look at that short video saying that the National Assembly, majority of the National Assembly members were the benefactors, or are still the benefactors, of the contract from the NDDC. Please take a look at that. Coming from Akpabio.
People who have gone to court, people who genuinely did jobs, should be paid for their jobs. So for me, I'm not against it, because of course, who are even the greatest beneficiaries? It's you people now. Okay. Because if you look at your chairman, gave...
Okay, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, that's okay. That's okay.
No, can I ask you that question? What is the benefit that the National Assembly is benefiting from?
It's okay, it's okay.
Are you asking me the benefit of National Assembly?
Yes, you just said...
I just told you that we have record to show that most of the contracts in NDDC are given out to members of National Assembly, but you don't know about it.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. The two chairmen can explain to you. That is why I was a member. I was a member of the NDDC committee.
It's okay. It's okay.
You were a member of the NDDC, and lot of you were a member of the NDDC in the 8th Assembly, and are you telling me that lots of jobs were awarded to you as a member?
No, this is the problem. That's why I said you
then
must.
You have the right to accuse people. Then why can't you bring up
Can you
the
please
people
listen
that?
to me? One of the chairmen
If
also.
you were not awarded a contract, then why are you coming here that you are aware that you were a member of the NDDC and lots of contracts were awarded to you? You said I'm not aware. I'm telling you that bring up those names.
May I inform my honorable sister that is why we have to change the modus operandi.
Honorable Minister, please. It's okay. That is okay. That is okay.
But let me explain.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. I hope you have Nigerians, both at home and in the diaspora, are watching this epics that is on display at the National Assembly. And of course, we could see how Akpabio rightly and emphatically accused the National Assembly, both the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th Senate, or the 9th National Assembly, that they have been the reason behind the corruption rocking the Niger Delta Development Commission, as most of the contracts were awarded to them. And you saw them trying to shut him off. So Akpabio exonerating himself or what is he trying to do?
He's not really exonerating himself. He's in it. He said he was a member of the NDC when he was in the 8th Assembly.
Okay.
So probably some contracts were awarded to him.
And the records are there to show
exactly.
for it.
So he has to account for it as well. So it's like making it all open. Nigerians, but don't we already know these things?
No, we don't know because we don't know.
We know.
No, Nigerians don't know where their money has been going. The taxpayers' money has been going, especially the 13% derivation and all the allocations to the Niger Data Commission.
But we do know that it's all about a politics of settlement. That's what we always talk about, political will to do the right thing. It's all about settlement. Okay. Settle this person, put him in this position, bring in returns and all of that. And don't forget, it goes beyond.
And then we have bad roads at the Niger Delta region.
It goes
no
beyond,
hospital to talk about.
I'm going to talk about that.
Oh my God.
It goes beyond the National Assembly. What about the traditional rulers? What about the youth leaders?
No.
Where
it matters.
In those places.
The National Assembly were saddled with the responsibility of making laws that will rightly affect the livelihood of the grassroots citizen of this country.
And they have made the laws.
But if you make the laws and you do not oversight the functions of the law, but now they are denying the allegation. The allegation is implicating them directly. I was not the one that said it.
You don't expect them to say, yes, we have actually been beneficiaries.
Are you saying that then, if they deny this and probably this thing dies off, that will be all with all this expose?
No, going forward. Yes. Going forward is left for the presidency, is left for the federal government to do the needful, especially about these commissions. Now, like he did ask, should we forget about the North Central Development Commission, the Southeast Development Commission,
and the Southwest?
No. In fact, it's even good that these things are happening in the Niger Delta Development Commission, so that they will be prepared and put mechanisms in place to curtail this from happening in the upcoming development commissions. And now, another key factor in all of this thing is the people. Now, the people should start waking up to owning. This is a democracy. Government of the people, for the people, by the people. Now, these people, the National Assembly that is being accused of, they are representatives of the people. Now, the key questions to ask is: people in these areas, like in the Niger Delta, are they aware? Like you said, we don't know what is happening. Now, is it right for them not to know? Why don't they know that there's they know that there's a commission? Have they taken out time to ask how much was budgeted for this commission? For what project? Who is going to benefit? Which road has been gazetted or earmarked for implementation in this budget? Now, if the people are aware, are they asking the right questions? Where are the civil society organizations? Where are the opinion leaders in all these places? Everybody is being shut up because they are busy creating superhuman beings, super individuals. The government is appointing super individuals, and then the super individuals go ahead to shut up every other person. We have the community leaders, we have the obas, we have the emirs, we have the chiefs, and all of that. These people are visited and given stipends, and they will keep their mouths shut. Where are the youth leaders? We've seen a lot of agitations, placard carrying youths, this and this, against the Niger Delta.
They will call them 500 million, not even up to $1 billion.
And they come to Abuja and buy a house, or they buy a car, and everything continues as usual. Who suffers? That is one of the key areas we have to really look into.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
Addressing all these things has to go way beyond even the commission itself. The people, the time Nigerians begin to own democracy.
And what do you think should be the penalty for this kind of corruption now?
Well, the laws are there.
The laws enough? Because we see people, if you have embezzled 81 billion, for instance, or shared 81 billion among few persons, and you go to prison for 7 years, is that justifiable?
That's what I'm saying. The law. I said maybe we should talk about maybe we should have a review.
Are you expectant that persons will go to jail from this?
Well, let's hope it happens. If it happens, fine. If the political will for the lawyers or the courts to do the needful.
That is where you see radical lawyers and senior advocates of Nigerians coming out to defend criminals.
We should not talk about plea bargain in this time.
Yes. Thank you very much. No plea bargain. We advise President Muhammadu Buhari to go straight ahead. Whoever is found guilty or wanting, like he said, he will follow due process of the law, that Nigerians should be patient. We are patient, but of course we are anticipating seriously that some persons should be made scapegoat or as deterrent to others to stop the act of corruption in the country. The level of underdevelopment at the rural areas is alarming and unbecoming, complete anomaly that is unacceptable by the Nigerian citizens. We pray that this administration will have the political sagacity to ensure that these persons that have walloped the taxpayers' money in this country see the inside of the prison even for life. This is where Spectacle will stop today on Television Nigerian, and I have been Daniel Atai. Welcome to Spectacle on Television Nigeria. I am your host, Daniel Atai.